The diner fell into a stunned silence. Melissa stood frozen, her face pale as Mr. Harold Bennett stepped forward, his walking stick tapping softly against the tiled floor. Not weak, not frail, not forgotten, in control. James, the manager, swallowed hard and shifted aside, realizing this wasn't a moment he had any authority in. Every customer in the Red Lantern Diner felt the shift in the air, like something long buried had just clawed its way back to the surface. Harold's voice was calm, but each word landed like a hammer. Melissa Hart, you remember the man you insulted, but you don't remember the man you hurt long before that. Melissa blinked rapidly. Hurt? Long before? Her heart pounded. None of this made sense. I don't understand, she stammered. I've never seen you before that day. Harold tilted his head, eyes narrowing with something old, something wounded. Oh, you've seen me, he said quietly. Just not like this. A murmur swept through the diner. Sophia, watching from behind the counter, clutched her apron. Before Melissa could speak again, Harold reached into his coat pocket and pulled out a folded, yellowed photograph. He held it up between two trembling fingers, not from age but from emotion. Melissa's breath caught. The photo showed a young girl, maybe 6 or 7, holding a balloon, smiling shyly at the camera. And beside her stood a much younger Harold Bennett. And behind them was a familiar building. A building Melissa recognized instantly. Her mother's rehabilitation center. Her knees weakened. No, this couldn't be possible. Harold took a shaky breath. You were there the day everything changed. Melissa shook her head, backing away. Why are you showing me this? What does this have to do with me? Harold's expression tightened. Grief mixed with something darker. You were the last person who saw her alive. The entire diner gasped. Melissa's lips parted, but no sound came out. Her mind spun, flashes of memories, blurred, buried, trying to surface. Harold wasn't done. And now, he said, voice trembling, I finally know why she never came home. Melissa staggered, tears building in her eyes. No, I don't remember. Harold stepped closer. Then let me help you remember. He placed the photo on the table. At that moment, the front door swung open. Everyone turned. A woman in a dark coat stood in the doorway, someone Melissa recognized instantly, and the color drained from her face. Her voice cracked. Mom? But her mother's expression was ice cold. We need to talk about what you did. The diner felt colder the moment Melissa's mother stepped inside. Her dark coat was still damp from the rain outside, her expression unreadable, her eyes heavy with a truth she'd carried for years. Melissa froze, her breath trembling. Mom, what are you doing here? She whispered. Her mother didn't answer. She walked past the stunned diners, past James, past Sophia, stopping only when she stood beside Harold Bennett. She nodded at him, as if acknowledging something long overdue. Mr. Bennett, she said softly. Mrs. Hart, Harold replied, voice tight. Melissa looked between them, confused and terrified. You know each other? She choked out. Her mother closed her eyes for a long moment. Yes, and there's something you should have known a long time ago. Melissa's stomach dropped. Harold lifted the worn photograph again. The girl in this picture, my daughter Emily. She died in your mother's care. Gasps rippled across the diner. Melissa turned to her mother, shaking. Mom, what is he talking about? Mrs. Hart's jaw trembled, her eyes glistening. Melissa, I never told you because I wanted to protect you. You were so young. Protect me from what? Melissa rasped. Harold's voice cracked. From the truth. Mrs. Hart swallowed hard. The day Emily died, you were there. You saw everything. Melissa's breath stopped in her chest. No, that's not possible. I was just a child. I don't remember anything like that. Her mother stepped closer, voice barely a whisper. That's because you blocked it out after the incident. The diner was dead silent. Melissa felt dizzy, memories suddenly flickering like broken lights. A hallway shouting. A balloon slipping from a child's hand. A crash. A door slamming. and a scream. She grabbed her head. Stop, stop, what happened? What did I see? Harold leaned on his walking stick, eyes fierce with decades of pain. Your testimony, even as a child, could have saved her. But your mother told the investigators you remembered nothing. Melissa stared at her mother, betrayal cracking in her voice. You lied for me? Mrs. Hart's hands shook. I lied to protect you. If the truth came out, they would have blamed you. Blamed me for what? Melissa cried. Harold opened his mouth to speak, but the diner door swung open again. This time, 2 men in dark suits stepped inside. Badges flashed. Melissa Hart? One of them asked, scanning the room. Melissa's heart dropped into her stomach. We need to speak with you regarding the death of Emily Bennett. The entire diner erupted in whispers. Melissa stumbled backward, voice barely a breath. No, this can't be happening. Harold didn't move. He didn't speak. He only watched. The agents took 1 step closer, and then one of them said something that froze everyone in place. There's been a new witness. Someone who claims Melissa wasn't just a bystander, but directly involved. Melissa collapsed into a chair, trembling violently. Her mother's eyes filled with horror. Who? She demanded. Who is making that accusation? The agent glanced toward the doorway. A shadow appeared. Someone stepped forward. Someone Melissa hadn't seen in over 20 years.